making it weird. No, I'll talk you through that. That's not a problem because sometimes the routers do go down like yours is now.
It's
Right,
all about the
yeah.
channels as well, isn't it? You can switch it to a different channel, can't you, as well? I
Yeah,
know.
you can switch it to a different channel. You can split the bandwidth. I know how to do all that. I've got
Can
loads
you,
of
can
routers
I
at
call you
mine.
at some point as well, Chris, maybe one day, so I can do mine?
Yeah, of course I will. I'll talk you. It's easy.
Thank you, love, because I'll flirt with you as well. It's not just this.
Oh my God.
Oh
Look,
God,
come on,
everybody,
guys. Now, let's get
everybody.
tapping the screen for the.
Oh, yeah, come
If you
on.
want
I
to see the
forgot. It's
flirt off.
8:98.
I am going to be showing you. I know it's getting late now anyway, guys. I've got some of the main bits out, but I will be carrying this on now for the next few days. I'll be doing another live tomorrow. Thanks, Andy. I've literally still got loads to go through, but I'm just trying to build that picture for people to say, you know, like, oh, wow, it is now looking obvious. There is now things that is in front of your eyes that you are concerned about. I want you to say, do you know what? I'm really worried about this and that. Andy, do you want to get in the box? Oh, she's
So
here.
can you just explain to Gatekeeper why they were blocked and blah, 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 because I can't be asked.
I'll do it if you want.
Oh, yeah, I was just wondering, because in the Observer you said that I caused trouble, and I'm a bit confused, because you blocked me on...
So is this the one, or have I got it wrong, love?
No, Andy, I spoke to Penny earlier on, and I told her about what had happened with Eagle. And she said, oh, Andy tried to ring me. I said, that's probably why. So it is the same, same Andy. But it's over what happened last night.
No. Me and Penny have been friends for like... Sorry. Wait a minute, my dog's just going mad. Me and Penny have been friends for about 3-4 years.
I
And
know.
I speak to Penny. I speak to Penny quite often.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
just annoyed last night. That's all, Andy. I've got friends
I
that are a
don't know
bit like
what...
yourself, Andy. People, obviously, they're sticking up for me right now because what I'm finding is, and I need you to understand this, my lovely, and I know you will, but some of us come on here and when we're sharing our stories, some people have good stories to tell, some people have bad stories to tell. All we can do with the good stories with people is, you know, congratulate them, tell them how well they've done or whatever, and then you empathise with that person because maybe they've had such a different experience to you. So last night, I'm giving my storyline about Rangi and, you know, this situation now with the Kingdom Kabbalah. And all I was trying to explain was the topic come onto the local authority because of the way they was treating Jean Gasho. And then Eagle was turning it into like, you know, the local authority, they're responsible for the trafficking. And you know what I'm like, Andy? I hear enough of it all the time. And all I said was, I've had an experience where I put up a fight for my kids. So I had a different experience because I wasn't on drugs. I didn't do alcohol. So that meant that I managed to pass parenting assessments, rug tests, risk assessments. You know, I've got nothing to hide. So I'm
I don't know
telling
what's happened because I'm a bit
I'm
behind.
telling my experience, and straight away it was the way the arrogance, like, well, not everyone's lucky like you. And you know what? I'll be honest with you, Andy. I
I
need
weren't
up.
there.
I don't know if you were there or not. I don't keep an eye on it. But what I'm saying
No,
is,
I wasn't.
everyone, pure Islam, then coming to defend Eagle. I'm just getting, I know you won't do this, but you've listened tonight. So I don't know where the mix up's coming. Maybe there's just been a mix up, but no one
Yeah.
is targeting anyone directly. But right now, I have got friends that are just trying to keep people off my case because I need uplifting, not bringing down. So if I'm coming on here trying to give a bit of hope to others, you know, just don't listen to others. Go and fight for your kids. Do everything the local authority asks you to do. Don't argue with them. You'll be on a losing battle. That's me trying to give people hope because I had to do that. I had to stop, listen, and think, do I want my kids with strangers? No, I don't. What can I do about it? I offered myself on a plate to the local authority and said, right, let's get cracking. And look where I am today. But when
Yeah,
you're
I know
trying to
your story.
explain,
I know your story. I don't understand what's
well,
gone
Eagle
on. No.
made it all about how the local authority, like apparently people ain't as lucky as me. And do you know what that meant? It got me upset because I'm not going to be
Right.
responsible or made to feel guilty that other people are
No, but
living in different
Yeah.
circumstances. I empathise all the time, but what more can I do? And then we start going off tangents with my story, and I don't like that because I work extremely hard. You know I do, Andy. So I try and keep it on the topic that we're on. And then before you know it, it starts escalating into, but the social workers scandal this, and we're not in the 60s, we're not in the 70s, 80s, 90s. We are now in 2025, and we need to discuss what we're going to do today to make things better. We're not in control of the world or the government in general, but if we can come together as a community and complain about services to improve them, that's the best we can do. But I
That's what
just
we're all fighting for, isn't it? That's what we all want.
exactly.
So,
But I'm
gatekeeper, was you the one that phoned Penny today about the situation last night?
No, I phoned Penny to see how she was, and then
So
my
you didn't talk
daughter rang
about
and
the
asked.
situation.
Penny and I are very good friends.
I didn't ask that. Did you talk about the situation last night with Penny today? Yes or no?
no,
I just
because
said to you no. I'm on the phone. I had to leave the phone call because my daughter rang me. Even
Right.
though I'm
Well, I was
ringing Penny
listening.
for what is the problem?
No, no, no.
I
I
don't
thought you'd
understand.
phoned up today about the situation. That was all.
I'll tell you what it is, Andy.
No, 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 no.
Penny thought that
I'm
you were
lost. I'm
ringing
sorry,
her.
I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit
I'm trying to
baked as
find
well. So
Penny was trying to ring you, rang Penn today, and she thought it was about what happened last night. And you're saying it wasn't, so that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no,
but
just
Penny
seeing
just
she.
assumed that.
No, because I speak to Penny every week. Well, I try to get to speak to her every week, but I speak to
guys, once
Penny.
again, I don't have a clue now. So this
Yeah,
is
I'm a bit
what really
lost here.
bugs me as well. What's going on when my back's turned as well? Like, why is
Me and
everyone
Penny.
all of a
I mean,
sudden?
I was the one who brought Penny to Shell.
No, Andy, we're not bothered about that. I love Penny. She's like a second mum to me. But I
She's
think
a
people are
darling.
just getting confused from last night. There's only one person I've got my eye on who is playing a little bit of a game on here, and she knows who she
Right.
is, and she won't be coming back up here again. However,
No.
I just want to draw a line from what happened last night. I said how it was. I don't understand, like, we don't need to be getting into this. I'm just telling you, me and Eagle, I was a bit upset because once again, I won't take responsibility for other people's problems in life. I succeeded. I did where I need to be where I am today, and I've got two beautiful sons. But Eagle come on, and she made me feel like I'm supposed to feel guilty that other people ain't succeeding at winning the cases with social services. It isn't my fault. So when I say like I need to keep my stories onto my storyline, instead I feel like, I'll say it, Andy, I do feel like distractions are being brought in. And I'll be honest with you, I'm still quite paranoid with the other situation because what happened in January with Maria Clark.
I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Everyone, no, but even
But
yourself, I know you apologise and me and you have moved forward, but everyone forgot about the work that I'd put in, and everyone dumped me to go over to Maria Clark, didn't they? She blocked me, and then she put you and Eagle
well,
in the
I didn't.
box.
I
And
didn't.
then,
I
no,
stood
I know
by
you
you,
didn't,
didn't
but
I?
she did, and she fired up a live, and then she brought you and Eagle into it, and she tried to manipulate yours
Oh yeah.
against me, and then she tried to play that game. And what upset me out of all of that was the fact that Eagle was sat there with those things that was being circulated of me. I didn't see Eagle ring the police. I didn't see Eagle report it on my behalf. No, she just let me know when Maria Clark got exposed. All of a sudden, people don't like Maria now because she got exposed, and now people want to come back running to me. It's really insulting. I don't like that shit. I just
Oh, you
don't.
feel like that, man.
No, you understand why though, don't you, hon? Like me and you, we sat down, we've had deep chats, me and you, and I have got respect for you. But you've got to remember, me and Eagle, we don't speak on a regular like me, you, and Pen. And Pen, I've got a lot of respect for that woman. From the bottom of my heart, I have got so much respect for her, it is unreal. And
Yeah.
you know, like,
Yeah, she's a good friend of mine, and she's a very good one.
listen, I'm so grateful you brought her into my life because she's amazing. And, you
Yeah,
know,
she
I've managed to air off. I've cried my eyes out to her. I've even shared my phone calls with her when I'm begging my social worker to help me. And she'll tell you, I'm not getting none of this corruption stuff that people are saying. So this is another thing people need to bear in mind within these groups as well. When someone's going into a box and they're bashing someone's ear about, you do know the local authority is selling your babies, don't you? Because they want to drink the blood, or they want to do this, they want to do that. Some people are so overwhelmed with that information. That is emotional harm online. And I've noticed some of the women on here, they've never had social services involvement. So when you've got people coming on telling all these scary stories, the women who don't have social services involved are now feeling like, wow, where's she come from? What's she on about? And then you start to see some of these groups escalating with the behaviours. Now, I'll say it again, I was pissed off with what Maria Clark did. In fact, I was pissed off that I let my guard down and let her into my life, all because she had the title of a predator stinger, which told me she was passionate about going out looking after children and fighting for children's rights and safety. But no, while she were out pretending to get predators that couldn't even spell their own name or say it, right? Because that was the truth. She was summoning men with learning disabilities that sometimes they didn't even know what had happened, and she was forcing, yeah, things out of them to the point they was like literally dobbing themselves in and confessing because they were being made to confess. But you know, the worst part was, not only did them cases always get thrown out, and she's not had all these convictions, but I'll tell you what she did do. To say she was a pred hunter, she left her child at home, yeah, with her
Oh, yeah, she
stepson.
did. She did, yeah.
Yeah. So her stepson was abusing her daughter while she's claiming to be Superwoman on the streets. That pissed me off. And then you
Oh, I
look
had a
at
few people turn against me when I, you know, supported you and didn't defend her. I had quite a few
exactly.
people. I got ostracized by with a very good friend, actually, a friend of mine, Angie knew, and yeah, because she's very close to Maria Clark, so I stuck with it because you know, I stood by you and what you'd found out, and you know, was horrified by it. To be fair.
Well, that's why I'm being honest now, saying obviously when that happened, I was devastated because me and you, Andy, from day one, you have been over here supporting me with this, and you was kind enough to tell everyone about what happened in Rochdale, and I appreciated that. And that is where my respect for you started to grow because you were coming in, you wasn't shying away. You've got Maria Clark going, Rangi's innocent. Listen, that woman sat down with a predator who she actually picked up and told him she felt sorry for him. I've never met a predator stinger that goes round, catches a pred, watches him go through the
Yeah,
court system and
she's
the
wild.
prison to sit him down and go, you're the only one that I felt sorry for. Like, eh? Aren't you supposed to be hating him and being really passionate about, you know, getting justice, not sitting there and telling him you feel sorry for him? Honestly, I was blown away with that. Joanna, darling, what do you mean Maria attacked you? Was this online? Am I on a...
Yeah, yeah.
She's
She
a
come at
she's
me
a
saying,
bully.
I had a fake account and I was going for her. I don't know what she was talking about, but she really went for me.
Wow. Well,
I'm
anyone who was
okay.
speaking.
I wouldn't
You're
mind
right,
it.
Leah,
I would make
darling.
it a fake
Yeah,
account.
good. I've had a weird message, by the way, in my WhatsApp. I blocked it.
Oh, what's the message? Is it off you know who?
I don't know. All it says, remember when we were going to arrange a meet up and have fun.
Eh?
Yeah. And nothing else. And that's it. I blocked it.
Right. Have you screenshotted the number?
I will do, because that frightened me, babe.
Right, screenshot the number.
Yeah.
Send it over, and if you want, I'll give it a bell. But
Right.
have you had any messages off Rangi or any of them lots since obviously you've pulled away?
No, I haven't. Nothing except that one message
That one
saying that
message.
apparently I was supposed to be meeting somebody and arranging to do something that obviously I didn't say I was doing.
Right, all right, Leah. Don't worry. I'll what to do when I come off here.
Yeah.
Have you still got me on WhatsApp?
I don't know because my phone went funny, so I'm gonna have to get your number again somehow, babe.
Right, send it over to Vimto. Go and
Yeah.
send your number over now, and she'll add you to a group chat with us.
Right. Okay, babe.
Right, go and do it now then, babe.
Right. I will do.
All right, I'll speak to you in a minute. Come back up when you've done
Babe.
it.
I will do, darling.
All right, darling. I'll speak to you soon.
Right,
Soon.
just a quick
Bye.
one. I was in Rochdale recently, funny you should say, and I asked a few questions because obviously my family all live in Rochdale. I'm very close to the town centre, know the old market, and you were saying about Mr. Manji
Yeah.
having a market stall there. What did he used to sell on the market, Shell?
Knickers, bras, and he also sold men's clothing as well at times, but they was in the shops. He also sold saris, and back in 1999 and early 2000s, in the family shop, he was taking the young girls who was aged 10, 11 and 12 at the time into the back room, letting them try on some of the clothing items. Also, he was giving the women underwear basically on tick, or they'd have to do things in return, sexual returns, in order to get these things for free. And don't forget, some of these young women, young girls come from poverty, didn't really have much, and when they're getting offered free things, whether it is underwear, clothing items, cigarettes, alcohol, obviously they're gonna chew the arm off for them,
Oh, I see it. I
materialised
see it. It's my
things.
hometown. I know what it's like there. I see it when I visit. Obviously, I live in London, as you know, since I was like 15, 16. But when I visit, I see it. I see it going on.
Well, while I make a
My own
coffee, Andy, do you
niece.
want to tell everyone what Rangi did in Rochdale on a protest?
Yeah. Well, basically, this is when I first had started having my doubts about him. I basically invited him to be a guest speaker because the social work from Liverpool was now going over to it was when the grooming gangs happened in Liverpool. She was a social worker. She did nothing about it to help the children in care and stuff like that were being targeted. So she was dismissed. She wasn't sacked, but she was like dismissed. Anyhow, she's come back a few years later and she's in Rochdale. And what's Rochdale known for? Grooming gangs. And who've they got? What's her name? It might be Julia Hassel. I might be wrong with that, but anyhow, I think it's Julia Hassel. So there was just a peaceful protest arranged. I asked Rangi if he'd come along, be a guest speaker. What he did, he went there a week before, let everybody know that he was going there, said it was his event. And I was just like, because it was the only event I've ever done, and it's the first one I'd ever done for myself. Do you know what I mean? I'd gone on other people's, but I'd never done my own event. So it was, I did it for a girl I was supporting, who was one of the 3 girls from Rochdale who basically were, groomed and raped and everything. So one day I saw her on TikTok live, and I saw the marks on her arm through SA, and I spoke to her and I said, because she was in Rochdale, she was one of the 3 girls, yeah? So she was now back in her hometown.
Night,
And I said,
Paul, love ya.
so anyhow, I said to her, I said, right, I'm going to do, the reason why I did this in Rochdale was for her mainly, if you know what I mean, but also because the grooming gang head of social services was now in Rochdale and she was done for not doing due diligence and everything. So now, cut long story short, Rangi's turned up, he did the thing, I let that go, I thought it was a bit narcissistic, but never mind. And yeah, then I just got chatting to him and he just literally, I was face to face with him. I can remember where I was stood, where he was stood. We had a chat. It wasn't the first time we'd met, by the way. It was the second time we'd met. And had a little chat, you know, and he said, oh, can you read? He told me that his children never went into care, which is right. And he finally admitted it. And I got him to admit that on a live and I got him. So he's like, that's what annoyed me. He was lying to people, saying his children been taken to care to get the sympathy for people to pay money for him to, and I saw that as like, I was like, no, this is out of order, man. This is not good for, you know, what we need to be doing. Do you know what I mean? It's just not morally good. Like he's lying about his situation to gain monetary gain, or what was his gain? I knew something was off then. So then he's asked me to read this thing out, didn't he? And it was like, just basically, I got halfway through and it was just bashing his ex-wife. And I was like, what am I reading here? I've still got it here, the transcript, and I've sent it to you, haven't I? And then, you know, and then something else happened, then something else happened. And then I finally said to a couple of people that I don't speak to anymore because of all this, because they like Rangi. And I said, he's working for the police. I looked at his mannerisms. I looked at his body language. I looked at the way he spoke. I looked at the way he walked. I looked at the way he stood. I looked at the way he's everything. And I was like, he works. I've just got that sixth sense. And I said, he works the police. I've got, he's an infiltrator. I thought he was an infiltrator at the time. And then give it a couple of months. And then you came along and it was just like, oh, everything that I'd like thought about him, and I'd got feelings about him and kept telling everyone, don't trust him, there's something off, there's something not right. Never in a million years did I think what you've uncovered. I never thought that. And I'll be honest with you, I've been shocked.
Well, I'm going to play a video for everyone to see, because I think this is important with what we've been speaking about this evening and what we've been saying about the trafficking, the fact that he's admitted he ships kids out. We've got this issue right now. These American girls are going missing and ending up with this tribe in Scotland who tonight we've proven Rangi is actually linked with and defending them and sticking up for them. And then you ask yourself, well, why? Right? Why? So there's quite a couple of things here, actually. So first of all, I'm going to show you this video. And this is where you lot are all going to be like, oh my God, what an absolute sausage he is. Listen to this, guys. Let me just turn it up.
Yeah, well, I'll have some news on that because I know there's 2 people came forward claiming they're that person. One I've actually got an interview with coming up. I just don't talk about it until I've achieved it, the whole thing. There's a lot of backing
well, I know the inspector. I know the guy that ran the case, but it's not something that we should really discuss about in public, to be honest, because that girl's gone now, and it's not fair on her life.
No, but this is the thing, you see. We have 2 girls that have come forward claiming to be her.
They're not. She's not alive.
Well, I know
that now.
Well,
she's
not
alive.
What you're telling me.
This has been a stitch up from day one, but there's not much to talk about. But
we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
I'd rather do my, because her blood and everything matches at the moment. But we'll get into that. But
Maddie McCann, remember?
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll have some news on that
in June, you'll all know that headline that was shared. Well, that week, he actually come out with, he'd found 2 new girls that have come forward claiming to be Madeline and that the blood matches. I mean, what a load of Right. Because a few days after we did that, it then come out on the news that now she's been officially declared no longer with us. God bless her soul. And he's sat there now claiming he's got another 2 girls that have come forward. Why am I bothered about that? Well, I'll tell you why I'm really bothered about that, shall I? Because a couple of months before that, you all remember Julia Wandel, don't you? She's now sat in the lovely HMP's finest, probably style prison. Well, she was sat in his live one night and I knew exactly what he was up to. She had thousands, even Leah. Leah, if you want to come back up, darling, send a request. Leah remembers this. Julia Wandel was in that live and he was loving the fact that he was getting thousands of views all in one go, right? He was proper getting clout off using her name. However, where he messed up, he was promising that he was now gonna 1 second. Here it
I
is.
do remember
Oh
that,
no, it's
babe.
not.
I was in there the whole night listening to it.
1 minute, hon, 1 second. I'm just trying to
Okay,
find
darling.
that particular footage.
Yeah.
While I find it, I'll just quickly explain it. So Julia Wandel was in his live and he was promising Julia, here it is, here it is. I have everything.
That we need to follow her, know exactly what's going on to keep her safe. But Gary, do you want to just add on to how we're thinking, or what you're thinking about as well? We're going to how to protect or to move forward to the safety of Juliet or Madeline.
No, I agree with what you've said, but I also think that we need.
What can we talking about?
But yes, I do remember that.
In her life.
No,
I
it's,
saw it
you
all.
see,
Sorry
we have
guys,
two
my son was
girls
ringing my
that have come
phone.
forward claiming to be her.
They're not. She's
So I'm
not
just
alive.
going to play it from the start again. Just
That
listen.
we need to follow her, know exactly what's going on to keep her safe. But Gary, do you want to just add on to how we're thinking, or what you're thinking about as well? We're going to how to protect or to move forward to the safety of Juliet or Madeline.
No, I agree with what you've said, but I also think that we need.
What McCann we're talking about?
Maddie McCann. Remember?
Yeah. Well, I'll have some news on that because I know there's 2 people came forward claiming they're that person. One I've actually got an interview with coming up. I just don't talk about it until I've achieved the whole thing. There's a lot of backing
Well, I know the
as well.
inspector. I know the guy that ran the case, but it's not something that we should really discuss about in public, to be honest, because that girl's gone now, and it's not fair on her life.
No, but this is the thing, you see. We have 2 girls that have come forward claiming to be her.
They're not. She's not alive.
Well,
I'll tell you that now.
Well,
She's
just
not
by
alive.
what you're telling me,
This has been a stitch up from day one, but there's not much to talk about. But the fact
we'll
remains.
get into that later because
Yeah.
I'd rather do my because the hair, blood, and everything matches at the moment. But we'll get into that. But when you mentioned about the family,
Her blood and everything matches at the moment. So he goes from speaking to Julia Wandel, telling her he's going to support her. Go on, Leah, what did you want to say, my darling?
You know why that is, don't you?
Go on.
I don't like to call the woman out herself because of whatever she does with lawsuits. But the woman that was helping her before said she went to the scene and apparently matched up the DNA.
Oh my God.
Yep, the lady that was helping her, I'm not going to name her for reasons because she puts lawsuits on everybody. But yes, the lady who was helping her, she was staying with, said that all happened apparently, and it was in her file.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I know Julia Wandel. I know when she comes out, no doubt, I have got a feeling Rangi will probably target her to use her as a weapon towards, the government, the police in general, because he has got it in for the police. But yeah, I do feel that there's something's going to happen anyway in regards to Julia Wandel and Rangi, and it's not going to be good. Now, I'm just going to play this. Last year, Rangi called the police on me. Well, in fact, he's done probably about 100 reports. Why have I not been arrested? Well, maybe because I'm telling the truth. Maybe because the police can't even shut me up. And if they are listening, they ain't going to shut me up. Because it's down to them that, multiple people are at risk. However, I asked Rangi, good night and God bless, Chris. I asked Rangi for his enhanced DBS. He ignored me. Didn't want to bring an enhanced DBS. He brought a basic one which he managed to manipulate and lie. And it's come back with no records. However, I'm going to show you a recording where Rangi called the police come out, he's playing a video that I'm doing, a live stream, and next the police at the end goes, well, it is initially everything listed on your record. So listen to this.
Rangi, LCS News, and he will call everybody else a liar. Thank you, London girl. He will call everyone a liar, a criminal, a cheat. Well, just you wait till I read out this now. 19 convictions. Rangi Latif is a prolific offender, narcotic violent offender with 19 convictions, PNC and warning markers for weapons, violence and broccoli and sherbet, you know what I'm referring to there. He lives in a domestic setting. He's been investigated for rape under 16 and over 16 of a female, and this is recent as well, guys, just to give you a heads up on that. Indecent assault, harassment, breaches of RO, ABH, GBH, common assault, controlling behaviour, possession of firearms. Oh yes, possession of firearms, by the way, guys. False imprisonment and malicious communications. Read it again, because this is, I can't get this. That is essentially a list of every single criminal offence over a thing. So this is Rangi.
Yeah, that is a list of every criminal offence there have ever been on Rangi. So someone now tell me, why is that police officer not going, oh, she's telling porcupines, Rangi. Naughty woman, we will go and arrest her. Thank you, Jackie. Why are they not at the door coming telling me that I need to stop making this man's life a misery? Like he makes all these women's life a misery. Well, I'll tell you what it is, yeah? When I see something and I don't like it, I've publicly been all public about it. I'll take it to the police. If I don't like it, it's going to the police, because you know what that is? Do you know what that's me doing? Protecting people, women, children. Do you know there's women with learning disabilities on this app? And although they can give birth to a child, and although they can be a loving, caring mother just as much as we can, do you know what some of these poor women do struggle with? Recognising the signs of danger. And it breaks my heart to see how many women have been targeted by this group, and when they go to fight back, they can't, because you get them all parking outside the houses. Then you've got Rangi's friends, Neo Anderson and the rest of them, threatening these women, telling them they know what foster homes their children are in, and they're going to go and do something. Well, I'm going to show you another one of his minions now called Green Drip, aka Green Dick, because that's his nickname, thanks to our Vintage. Comes out with some right funny stuff. So I'm going to play this little clip, because this fella thinks he's clever, Rangi, doesn't he? Always claims to, make sure you got some evidence. But yet he says go to him and he'll show you evidence. But he still hasn't showed anyone evidence of what he's chatting shit about today. However, I'll show you how he chats shit, shall I? That's his friend Green Dick. There, the profile. There's Rangi in that top box. Just listen to this.
Say, come in the box and join us. Exactly. Make sure you got some evidence, he or she. Because this is, you know... 5 minutes of shine. He's gone. He's gone. He's not entertained either. Yeah, the rubbish is gone. You know why these people do it? Because they want a bit of limelight. So you know how Rangi looks to the camera.
Trigger warning before it goes on to the next bit now, guys. Remember when I said Rangi only supports the wrong uns, just like he's done with the individuals who are in Scotland right now? Yeah? Well, just listen to this trigger warning, and I do apologise.
And even just said his name or said enter by him, he gets that little buzz. Oh yes, this person's live has just mentioned my name or this.
Rangi,
and then we
green
waste 5
drip.
minutes of interactions or talking about whatever we're talking about. He's just one. It says, Rangi, please can you advise us why you're giving children to the ambitious parents or what? See, no, that's why, you know what, whoever took the comments off, I second. No, Rangi, please don't say it. No, Rangi, don't. I'm not letting you. You've done it enough. No, it says, why do they... Yeah, it said on there, why do they, if I'm correct, why do they give the children to the abusive parents? End on it. And we had like an argument. We had an argument of where she's been because she came back and she had done something with some guy. I asked her where she's been and she told me a lie. So I basically called her out and said, well, you've been with some guy, haven't you? And because she didn't like what I said, she grabbed the knuckle duster that had like a sharp end on it. And because I wasn't naked, but I had my pants on, she swiped towards my bits and I sort of junted out the way. But if she had connected properly, she would have took it off. This whole live
Trigger warning.
Because I don't know who you know, because it might be different from who I know.
Yeah.
Anyone come in and cause drama. Do you know what I mean? So I'd rather say
I'm not friends with this person. I'm not friends.
I'm going through the same situation as Green Drip. I'm going through. No, it's okay, lovely, not a problem.
Same situation.
So yes,
I'm going. Basically, I've been accused of touching my own kids with basically. Don't say anything else because you're on live TikTok, man.
So yeah, basically, Mia, if you add me, I will add you back. I will pass it on to people that
Do you know what the funny thing is, right?
Yeah.
They have said that my ex was in the same room while I was doing this stuff.
What you're going through.
But yet she was allowed to still fucking see both of them. She was allowed to see both of them, even though she was meant to be in the same fucking room as when I'd done it, but yet she was allowed to see both of them still. Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Exactly. That's bad shit.
I tell you what's bad shit. Watching women sitting there going, don't say no more. Don't say no more. Because you know what they are? Enablers. So what these people do, yeah, they come on here, the government's corrupt and all that. Now they're just using that to mask what they've really done wrong. Now you tell me this, yeah, that man isn't even allowed to see his kids 5 years later. Why is he deemed not to be safe around his kids? Can someone tell me that? Because I know why. Because he's been found of wrongdoings. And he comes on here today and he's another Rangi who works with Rangi, believe it or not. Oh, it's the government's fault. It's the local authority. Hang on. I'm going to say this and trigger warning to anyone who may find this, you know, a bit too sensitive. But did that police officer, did that social worker, did that solicitor, did that doctor, did that school teacher even creep into your child's bedroom and hurt your child on them particular, you know, incidents? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Did someone tell him to go and commit them crimes? No, they didn't. He's just a sick, deluded little puppet who works for LCS News. And why is that? Because do you know what LCS News is? Liars, criminals, and nonces. In other words, we're going to say LCN, yeah, for nonces. Because this is what this group is. And some people often go, well, why would Rangi be helping? Because it's the only way they can get vulnerable women and children in their eyesight. Does some of you understand that? And tonight, I bet none of you said, do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I never thought Rangi would have been connected with King Kabbalah, Queen Kabbalah, fucking Lady of the North, and fucking, you know, I just never would have thought it. But luckily, I save a lot of things and I go back looking and digging and I don't stop. And do you know what? It's weird because someone has told me not to walk away from this. Don't walk away, Michelle. And now I can't. You know what I mean? I've had people trying to shut me up. Parked outside my house, don't have the backbone though to come and knock on that door. Nah. I turned up at these protests and the man himself is never there. Just goes running. So, I then think, right, what do I do now? Do I just leave it? Or do I continue to keep saying it every other day when I've got the chance to? Well, I'll keep saying it every other day whilst I've got the chance to. Do you know why? Because awareness is free, costs nothing. Everything you say helps others. I'm telling you, LCS News are out to attack the police, target the police, and tomorrow I'm going to be showing you all, which I've downloaded this evening, so everything will be ready for tomorrow. It took 24 hours to download all these things. I've got videos of just what King and Queen Kabbalah want to do to the government. And it's so severe that I've now got worries. Is it linked to, one second.
And you know what was upsetting a bit as well?
Go on, darling.
The fact that Juliet keeps blaming her poor family as well and saying her uncle's involved with the case with poor Maddie and all that. And, you know, people taking that on as well.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Once again, they're
Yeah.
just bringing innocent people into the shit and trying to create stories out of it. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, because that lady she was staying with made threats on a video towards her family, saying, I know exactly about you, I know this, I know that. And you can see it on her TikTok. It's awful.
Well, I'm going to play something now, right, Leah? And I
Yeah.
want your opinion in a minute when you've heard it. And this is the last video for tonight, but I will be on earlier tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, okay,
Be on earlier and a bit later, only because on Monday I've got a really busy day, a long day with my son. So tomorrow I'm hoping to get quite a lot out, actually. As I say, I've got loads of videos that I've just downloaded tonight. So I'm going to play this video now, and this is LCS News and his minions, all talking about becoming one of these sheriffs, a peace constable. Well, listen to this.
It's a very organised structure, and people at the top think they're powerful. Not powerful, just got money. Money doesn't protect you from people like us. They will come to your door and keep the freaking door off the hinges and drag you up by your ears. We will make you pay for what you've done, legally and illegally. I'm happy to do it illegally, to be honest with you. If I get sworn as a sheriff, I will be getting myself some firearms and I will be getting to work quick time.
Right, mate, don't say no more. You need to keep it right. But listen, I just want you to know, please, about anything we're talking about. If you want to see the evidence, there's no problem. We'll hand you the evidence.
It's a very...
Before I play that again, what do we see wrong with that? He didn't say, he didn't say we don't condone violence. Rangi said, don't say no
anything more.
Then, why would they even be coming up with firearms? Why would they be discussing firearms? They've been talking about taking over the police and social workers. Then you find out King and Queen Kabbalah, Jean Gashaw, was outside social worker and foster parents' houses, threatening, going all out. She's now threatening that something's coming to an end with the government. Well, let's listen to this again.
Yeah.
Organised structure, and people at the top think they're powerful. Not powerful, just got money. Money doesn't protect you from people like us. They will come to your door and kick the freaking door off the hinges and drag you up by your ears. We will make you pay for what you've done. Legally and illegally. I'm happy to do it illegally, to be honest with you. If I get sworn as a sheriff, I will be getting myself some firearms and I will be getting to work quick time.
Right, Mike, don't say no more. You need to keep it right. But listen, I just want you to know, please, above anything we're talking about, if you want to see the evidence, there's no problem. We'll hand you the evidence. It's a very organised structure, and people.
So, yeah.
He's saying that because he's worried that they're going to go to his door, like the police are arresting him for he said online. That's what it is.
But anyone to be sat, Leah, online, like that dead brazen, just talking about going out getting firearms to, do things illegally.
Exactly, that's a threat,
This is now not just a threat to members of the public, but it has been a threat to the police. And what I have done, I have actually handed it in at the police.
Yeah, and I know a policewoman, easy. I can easily warn her and tell her, and she'll go and, find out what's going on.
Well, anything like this, really, I think any police force should know anything like this. And what I am going to advise now, if anyone hears any conversations like this, don't just sit there and let it continue.
No.
Because imagine these people go and attack somewhere and your loved one is involved, as a victim in that scenario. Like, you've got to understand, these people are not above the law. They can't be going around threatening our police, our social workers. They're people that need to be protecting kids. And when we look at the people who Rangi is supporting, do you not think it's fair to say these children do need removing?
I'd say...
When I say that, I mean the ones you've heard now, what I'm showing. I'm sticking to the people that I've exposed, so like Green Drip. He's, been done for essaying his children. Does he deserve to have a child in his care? No. So we look at them people. I'm not talking about all the other individuals. I'm strictly saying the ones that I've exposed to Rangi are helping and supporting. So just like these now, let me just show you.
There's a lot of people like that, isn't there? You think,
Look, he's now supporting them. He put up a big fight for these individuals.
You know what? My friend Kelly from Shameless is on about these lot as well. She's live now. She's apparently been blocked on Snapchat by him, and then unblocked, and then blocked again.
It's funny how you said that then. You sounded like that voiceover. You've been blocked, you've been unblocked, you've been blocked, and now you've been fucking unblocked.
Well, apparently Kelly Hollis from Shameless is going on about these lot, and she keeps getting blocked and unblocked by him. And then all of a sudden, they're trying to find out what she's talking about by him, what she's saying about them, don't know what's going on, babe, but it's crazy.
Well, I know Vimto's had a little chat with her today. But as I say, right, once again, I'm going to show you one more thing for the night.
And,
look at that.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't believe this, go with Julia's Walls. Go and have a look at TikTok. Go and have a look at the lady she was staying with. Go and have a look at what she said on all her videos as well.
Thank you, Leah. I do appreciate you coming up tonight, sweetheart. And I will have a good catch up with you. When I go now, I am going to get myself into bed. I will message you tomorrow, so don't worry.
Right.
And listen to me. If anyone messages you and you're unsure, just give me and Vimto a little message and we'll support you on that one. So don't worry, but listen to me. Stay well clear. I'm so proud of you because you've done really well, Leah.
I have, I blocked him over and over again when his profiles kept popping up. I was blocking, and the G word as well. I blocked him as well.
Brilliant. You've done
Yeah,
amazing, and just keep doing yourself, yeah, because
yeah,
look at how far you've come. You don't need
exactly.
people like that. They're going to
No,
ruin your life.
I know. And you know what? I know two police women, and they can easily see all this. I'm telling you now, huh? I could easily bring them into live and let them see all this.
Well, I hope them police women are genuine. Or
Yeah,
they can have
yeah.
Queenie coming
One,
for them, Leah.
one is in America, bless her. She's amazing. And the other's in the UK. She's amazing. I know two of them, and I know two policemen as well.
Good night and
And
God
I
bless,
love
Jackie,
them.
darling.
I love my policeman friends, my policeman friends to bits. Absolutely, thank
Ah,
you for the protection you're doing. Thank you for your job you're doing. And thank you for helping all of us with everything you do every single day. We love you.
ah, bless you, Leah.
I know, I absolutely adore them.
And that's it. We need more people like that, but then we need more
Yeah,
police forces that can be nice for people to love them and adore them. So it works
exactly.
both ways, I suppose,
It
doesn't
does. It does.
it?
And we support them and love them in my hometown as well. We show them love
Oh,
every time we see them. We say hello, we shake their hands, we make conversation. And they're great when I am. They're lovely.
oh. Well, listen, I'm
Yeah.
going to go right, Leah, but I promise you
Right.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
me and you will have a good catch up. So it'll be nice to have a
Exactly.
chat with you.
Yeah.
But remember, just keep doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
keep staying confident and keep smiling, and
I
do
am.
not let anyone come into your vicinity and make
Yeah.
you feel, well, like shit like he did, right?
Exactly, babe. Yeah. Oh,
All right then, babe. If you need me, you know where I am.
I do. Yeah. And I love you, babe. You're doing
Oh, I
amazing.
love you too, Leah. Good night and God
Good
bless,
night,
darling.
darling.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Oh, bless her. Do you know what, everyone? I love Leah. She's absolutely amazing. Can everyone go over and give her a little follow? She's a lovely soul, bless her. Thank you, Debbie. Do you know what, guys? I have found tonight a bit of a struggle, I won't lie, because my head's at 100 mile an hour, and that's only because I'm in a lot of pain. I've got a really nasty infection in my foot, and it's just, I haven't got a wound. I haven't got nothing like that on the foot. It's just swelled out, very red. And at first I thought it was just my arthritis or fibromyalgia or something playing up, because I've lived with it all my life, so you just get used to it. But no, the last few days, guys, I've had the pain travelling up into my chest. I'm throwing up and I feel absolutely like shite. So I do apologise. I wasn't really on track tonight, but I've done what I can. But tomorrow I'm buzzing because I've just now got a notification that all my videos have downloaded. I've got videos that people haven't actually seen of Jean Gasho threatening the police, what they're planning on doing, how the world's going to come to an end, how it's going to come to an end for the members of the government. And with the video I've just showed you there where they're all planning firearms and LCS News, well, I want to show you how this is all starting to add up and how people like this Kabbalah kingdom are being used, especially with the vulnerabilities that they've got. Rangi will be using individuals like that to hide weapons, to control certain situations, especially with threats and weapons. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be discussing that. And we'll go into more depth about them in general. I'm hoping we might just have somebody who's willing to come in and speak to us as well. I'm just waiting for a reply back. So I'm going to say thank you for listening tonight, my lovelies. And good night and God bless. Please remain safe and vigilant at all times. And do not tell everyone your life story or anything just like that online, because, yeah, it's dangerous. So good night and God bless, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll probably be on at around 7:30 to 8 o'clock tomorrow, guys. So it's going to be an early one. So get tuned in. See you later, my lovelies.